Any disruption in our ability to supply Ukraine clearly strengthens Putin's position. Extreme Republicans are playing chicken with our national security, holding Ukraine's funding hostage to their extreme partisan border policies. I am willing to make significant compromises on the border. We need to fix the broken border system. It is broken. And thus far, I've gotten no response.
That was President Biden yesterday blasting Republicans for holding up Ukraine aid over what he's calling extreme partisan border policies. Senate Republicans, meanwhile, blocked a procedural vote yesterday to advance the nearly $112 billion national security request. That would have given millions of dollars in funding to Ukraine as well as Israel. All 49 Republicans voted no on the bill. 2 Democrats actually joined them with no votes. Joining me right now is Florida Senate Homeland Security Committee member and Senate Armed Services Committee member Rick Scott. Senator, thanks very much for being here. You and Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson have a new op-ed, which we're going to talk about in a moment. But I want to get your take first on what went on yesterday. You write in this op-ed, Republicans must insist not only on strong legislative language, but also making any Ukraine funding contingent on achieving benchmarks proving the border is being secured. Senator, what do you want to see in order to make you feel like the border is secure?
Well, first off, the open border is a clear and present danger to every American. We had the director of the FBI acknowledge, sitting next to Mayorkas at committee, saying, look, as a result of the southern border being open, we have terror cells in this country. We have to secure the border. We have a lawless president, doesn't follow the law. Now think about it. The existing laws, we had a secure border under Trump, same laws. Biden has decided to completely violate the laws and open the border. The only way we should be providing any aid to protect Ukraine's border is to say that will only happen if our border is secure. Yeah. Meaning, secure means they don't come across our border unless we want people to come across our border, and you don't stay here unless you have a right to stay here. It's real simple.
I don't understand some of your colleagues on the left who are not raising this issue. As you say, we just heard from Christopher Wray, and he told us that the prospect of a terrorist attack in America is at the highest it's ever been, that he's seeing blinking lights everywhere. We were just talking about this on set. Joe Borelli, one of my panelist guests today, raised the issue of New York and Chuck Schumer. I mean, Chuck Schumer is the senator from New York, and we just heard him on tape saying that you and your colleagues are trying to blow up the aid to Ukraine by putting in, quote unquote, extreme policies on the border. So is he not recognizing what Eric Adams and everybody else in New York is recognizing, that they're going bankrupt because of the migrants, that they have to cut police, cut assisted living facilities, cut all this stuff in healthcare and security so that they could pay for the migrants? How come Chuck Schumer is not seeing that?
I have no idea. I mean, you look at what's gone on in New York, how this open southern border has completely devastated New York. Who wants to go to New York City now and deal with the crime, the homeless, the illegal immigrants? I mean, they've ruined the city, and even the mayor has acknowledged that it's a catastrophe now. But on top of that, Chuck Schumer has blocked aid to Israel. The House passed aid to Israel. We have voted we've voted once, and we've done unanimous consent twice to get the aid to Israel that the House passed, and Chuck Schumer has voted against it and blocked it every time. So number one, he doesn't support Israel. Number two, he doesn't care about our border.
Well, I mean, last week was the first time I heard Chuck Schumer say anything about the anti-Semitism raging across the country, frankly. He is Jewish, which was very surprising to me this whole time, 2-month period, when we're watching this war on Israel take place. Senator, you introduced 2 new bills this week, the Countering Corrupt Political Act, you say would increase transparency and reporting requirements of Chinese Communist Party officials who are conducting business in the United States. And the Iran-China Accountability Act aims to weaken Iran's ties to China, prohibiting the use of U.S. taxpayer dollars to advance a nuclear agreement with Iran until we actually see an end to the ties with China and terrorist group like Hamas. These are 2 really important bills that speak to exactly what's going on. Tell us first about the first one, Senator.
So the first one on the China, you can't go to China and talk to anybody you want to. It's all controlled by the Chinese government. But we allow them to come in and talk to, anybody they want in government, state, local government, in our country, and research institutions, educational institutions. That needs to stop. If we can't do it in China, they shouldn't be doing it here, because we know they're spying on us. Number 2, with regard to Iran, let's wake up. Iran does not like us, right? They chant death to America. They want a nuclear weapon, right? Let's stop even playing this idea that they're going to be nice and stop helping Hezbollah and Hamas. And let's say we're not going to do a deal with Iran on the nuclear, any nuclear agreement, unless they stop their ties with Communist China, stop their ties with Hezbollah, stop their ties with Hamas. Right? And if we ever do anything, it's a treaty. We have to approve it in the Senate.
Well, you just mentioned, the rules in Communist China. I wonder what you can tell us about the ability to pick up and leave China and come to America. I mean, do you need to get approval from the dictatorship of China, the Communist Party, or are you of the belief, as Mark Green told me, the chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, that Xi Jinping is directing these Chinese nationals to come to America? I mean, we have all these pictures of Chinese nationals being apprehended at the border. Senator, they're wearing, collared shirts. They look. They don't look like they're trying to escape persecution. I'll just say that. So what's going on here?
Everything in China is organized. Everything is directed by Xi. Every time he opens his mouth, it's a complete lie. He hates this country. He hates our way of life. He wants to destroy us. And so, they're sending people here to spy on us, to hurt us. Right? That's what they do. If you're a Chinese citizen, by law, that is your obligation. If you're a Chinese company, by law, it is your obligation to spy on Americans and American companies and our American government. That's the law. You have to do it, or you will be persecuted.
So, but why aren't we seeing any investigation of this from the White House? I mean, this seems like something that could be a concern, that Chinese nationals, largely military-aged men, are coming into America undetected and getting apprehended at the southern border.
You should ask Hunter Biden. Maybe he knows. I mean, the Bidens do not hold China accountable. They will not do anything to hold anybody in China accountable for whatever reason. We still don't know why. I don't know if it's all the money they've made out of communist China, but we don't know why. But think about this.
Yeah.
They're spying on us. They're selling fentanyl to kill 70,000 people. They steal our jobs. They hurt our companies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's disgusting what they're doing. We all need to wake up. They're not our friends. Stop buying their stuff. Stop helping them. Stop investing in China. I mean, they are a clear and present danger to our way of life.
Well, that's what we've been reporting on this program. Senator, real quick, I know President Trump just endorsed you. How is your Senate race going?
Well, we've got 3 Democrats. We're going to work really hard. I'm very appreciative of the president's endorsement. It's a big deal. Right now, his approval rating is, out of the moon in Florida. So it's a big deal to get his endorsement.
Senator, thanks very much for joining us this morning.
Bye-bye.
Senator Rick Scott. Stay with us. We'll be right back.